Um, some sound is coming. I think, am I audible? Hello, sir.
Yeah, sir,
Okay.
you are
Yeah, yeah,
audible.
yeah.
Yes,
Because
sir.
some sound I'm experiencing. That's why I just wanted to check. No problem. If it is fine, okay. So our metabolic environment is in that way that it works only when you are physically active. There are certain reasons why, because I cannot go very deeper into the metabolic issues. Why should I? Because I don't want to confuse you with all those scientific jugglery kind of things. But just I would like to remind you that being healthy means physical wellness is the top priority. The physical wellness is the top priority because our genetics clearly indicates that. This is one side of the story. And then let me also just talk about certain issues like obesity and other problems that India is facing. Especially nowadays in India, the urban youth are getting more and more inactive in their lifestyle, and also they are pampering with different kinds of lifestyle factors. So this is increasing, and when I directly see the people, when I come to the classes and talk about wellness management, um, I try to motivate the people. And sometimes I feel it is like a great question to me. Till now, I have delivered more than 1,000 or plus talks on wellness management, and it seems that I have talked to more than very close to 10,000 to 15,000 people. I don't know how many are leading a wellness lifestyles. They were very keen in listening. They were very keen in asking me the questions. They were very nicely interacting with me. But still, down the lane, I'm not sure how they are spending their lives. So this is one side. So so wellness management is that you maintain your physical exercises. You do physical wellness through physical exercises, and then you also take a nutrition, properly matching nutrition. So there are some guidelines. Be physically active, choose a healthy diet, maintain a healthy body weight, manage stress effectively, avoid tobacco, drug use, and protect yourself from disease and injury. These are all only the tidbits. These are all the tidbits of the wellness management. But when we are seriously uh, thinking about how to reach to the wellness levels is very important. You have to understand what is your current health habits and the target behavior. Obtain information. This is very, very important. See, examine your current health habits. Before you examine current health habits, you should know what are the health habits, healthy habits. So, what is a healthy habit? You must know that. And choose a target behavior, an isolated behavior. What is a behavior? Behavior comes out of the learning. You all know that. Behavior comes out of the learning. If you don't know how you change your behavior from bad to good, so that's the reason why you have to obtain information on your target behavior. How to obtain information? You have to listen to these kind of talks, or else you have to search material. And in this regard, I'm really yesterday I was talking to one of the important officials, a professor at the Maulana Azad University, Dr. Abul Kalam Saab. I think he's the director DD, and also was talking to the registrar. I was specifically mentioning. No, he also agreed about it. Obtaining information about your target behavior. How do you know what is of fitness? How do you know what is good nutrition? How do you know what is, unless you know all those things, you cannot have a proper behavior. So knowledge is important to have a wellness lifestyle. Without knowledge, what you will follow? The unfortunate thing happening to Indian whether in Indian education system or anywhere, we study everything. For example, children from first class onwards to 10th class, we study all the subjects. We study most of the subjects. We study about America, we study about the France, we study about the history, we study about the economics, we study about cultivation, everything. And we study very less about ourselves. We study less about anatomy and physiology. We study very less about nutrition. We study very less about emotional behaviors. So this is very important for us. But why we study all things that is materialistically attached? We make people to study only those things that are materialistically attached. But we don't try to study the things that are important for our life. This is very unfortunate. So there must be some Caesar change in the education system. And I was talking the same to that Professor Abdul Kalam yesterday in Maulana of the university. Sir, what is this? Why do we study everything? We make children to study about the different states in America, different things in America. But we are not asking the children to study anatomy. We are not asking the children to understand their physiology. We are not asking the children to study the importance of the nutrition, importance of exercise. Everyone thinks, and everyone wants to know something about exercise right now. When they are threatened with a disease, this should be changed. So when anything, when you have the health, you do not know the importance of the health. When once you start losing the health, you will know the real importance of being healthy. Only ill-health individuals will understand the difficulty of carrying their ill-healthy bodies, how torturous it is. So it's important that we have to understand exactly what are the important elements we need to put into our lifestyle so that we will be healthy. Who will teach us? Who will teach us? And nowadays, we have lost everything regarding aesthetics, beauty, everything we have lost. And if we come out of the home and walk on the streets, you will see people with lot of Madhya Pradesh. You will see with lot of tummies, big Madhya Pradesh, lot of tummies, and people are not caring. People are not caring anything about their beauty, even their aesthetics. Beauty means aesthetics means if you are really good looking means you are doing something very very physically active, and your nutrition program is also good. That's an indicator. That's an indirect indicator. When you are physically very beautiful, that indicates that you are actually doing something for your lifestyle. And that's the first recognition very easily. That's the first way of understanding people's behavior is by looking at the bodies. By looking at the bodies, you can understand the way the lifestyle a person is leading. I find really very few people on the streets with all very nice carrying bodies. This is missing from the society, and people are not interested even in that also. So my main emphasis is on making people to understand what they should know. If they know what they should do towards the wellness behavior, wellness lifestyle, they will definitely modify their behavior, because knowledge will make them to feel a kind of a maybe they might even get terrified if they know the real subject matter behind the ill health. So that way one can definitely change. So obtain information about your target behavior. That is, find outside help if needed. Please, this is very important. Obtain information about your target behavior and find outside help if needed. But it is always very difficult to get a perfect source of information. That's why you are supposed to search for that. We are supposed to search for that. Health will not come just like that. Health is health. You should strive to get it. You should strive to protect. Initially, everyone generally, unless someone is born with the genetic problems, or prenatal or postnatal problems, those who generally are individuals are generally when they are very young, they will have good health. Thing is that we have to protect the health for the throughout the life. So how to do that? Protect health throughout the life and enhance the health function throughout the life. That is our job. So how to do that? Distinguish between. So what's a misleading language? So there are many things, and in the course of time, I'll be talking about that also. Because when I started my talk now, I was thinking I was telling you that you should do exercise and then do some fantastic nutrition. Correct. So there are several advantages of physical activity. Several advantages. So we have to exercise, and then we have to match the wellness lifestyle according to the physical activity, because as I have already hinted that physical activity is a very important wellness domain, and that is the reason why everything goes around the physical fitness. Why it is important, I can tell you. I will show you one more presentation. It is important that I have to bring one more presentation. This is important. So this is very important for functional health. Physical fitness. If you increase your physical fitness by some exercise, see there are several forms of exercise. You will increase your physiological fitness. Means that your the biodynamic, what is metabolic fitness or inside body fitness, that is essential. So health comes from that one. So that is called functional health. When you increase the fitness, physical fitness, your physiological fitness increases. Thereby, the functional health increases. But thing is, how to improve the what is physiological fitness? That is important. Physiological fitness is important. If you have the internal physiology, if the physiology of your body is fantastically working, you can have very good health. There's no doubt. Your immunity will be very high. Your resistance levels for the infections will be very high. And you can also control your metabolic pathways. And excellently, there will be no diabetes for you. There will be no hypertension. So all these important four things, morphological integrity. So what is physiological fitness you will get? You will get by exercising enhanced physiological fitness. It means that you are going to get morphological integrity, means you can look very nicely. Your bodies will be very beautiful. Morphologically, you will be very fine, and there will be no deviation of the skeletal system, and that you will get through the forming toning of the muscles and the bones skeleton system. You will get a morphological integrity of all the organs. And then endocrinal integrity. Endocrine system is a system that produces the hormones that will take care of different crosstalk procedures for the body. And metabolic integrity, what best you can, what kind of resources, energy sources you are using. So you will increase all those six systems, metabolic systems. And then if you are getting all these things, your immunological integrity, it means that your immunity also goes high. So physical fitness is that very important. Physical fitness means your you have to exercise that way that your physiological fitness increases simultaneously. And physiological fitness means the whole body physiological fitness, because you have different systems in your body. As you are all aware that we have different systems like digestive system, respiratory system, then hormone system, then respiratory system, then circulatory system, endocrine system, several systems you have. You cannot afford to leave any system at the bay. So you need to be cautious. You need to exercise in that way that all the systems are taken care of. All the systems are taken care of. This is very, very important. Every system. So don't fall back. Don't in any one of the systems. So you should see that all the systems are taken care of properly. And this is also, don't look at this slide, and it is very confusing. It is not for you. And that I'm just only saying that muscle is an important organ during exercise that produces several chemical substances that will protect your functional health to the extremes. That is the reason why now, wherever you go to, for example, almost all the doctors, even diabetologists, cardiologists, anyone you take, that matter, general physician, all are recommending for exercise. Exercise has become an antidote for most of the diseases, prevention of most of the diseases. What the reason is, a muscle produces during the exercise, muscle is seen producing several chemical substances that will go and act very positively in all the systems. Almost all the systems of the body. It influences the chemical substances which are called as myokines. They are produced from the muscles when you exercise only. When you exercise, muscles. So that is the reason why we are attaching much importance to the physical exercise. Physical exercise. So if you start doing exercises, you will definitely increase your immunity, and so automatically you can have a higher disease prevention capacity. Okay, then we will also go back to the certain things. What are the how we have to bring nutrition into this? How we have to bring nutrition into this also, I have to be touching upon, because I was talking about physical exercise. So physical exercise brings a physical wellness. That is one domain of the wellness management. In the wellness management, I have shown on the first slide, in the wellness management, there are different domains. That is a physical wellness, nutritional wellness, sociological wellness, intellectual wellness, and spiritual wellness, environment, like that. And all those things simultaneously to be monitored. So it is important that what you might be asking me, what are the exercises we have to do? I will tell you what are the exercises, what kind of an exercise you have to do, and all I will be hinting you in another presentation, in another slide. Okay, one second. I have that also. I will be showing you that also. So if these are all called sedentary lifestyle diseases. When you are inactive, these kind of diseases may occur: cardiovascular diseases, musculoskeletal diseases, metabolic disorders, pulmonary diseases, certain types of cancer, psychological diseases. I'm just showing some of the list. I'm enlisting some of the problems for each system is associated with, because disease is not the whole body. Disease will not happen to the whole body. There is no such kind of a disease where the whole body gets affected. Anything is like, it is like cardiovascular problems, means these are the cardiovascular problems. It is related to only the blood circulation kind of thing. So coronary heart disease, hypertension, cardiomyopathy, atherosclerosis, these are all one system. And musculoskeletal system, it has some problems like lower back pain, osteoporosis, bone fractures. These kind of things are problems for musculoskeletal systems. Some metabolic diseases are also there: overweight, obesity, diabetes, like that. What is like that, the importance is that when you speak about a disease, it is about a particular system. It is about particular system disease. So that's why I told you, when you are exercising, you should take care. You should exercise in that manner that all the systems are definitely covered, and all the systems are protected through your exercise program. So this is an important issue. So, but what kind of an exercise you have to do. I'm just showing some of the slides and kind of GIF slides, but I will tell you what exactly. Yes. What are the important exercises that we have to take care, we have to indulge in. This is very important. So basically, to improve your physical fitness, we can indulge in two kinds of exercises. One is aerobic exercise, second one is anaerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise is any activity that is conducted with sufficient oxygen, like anything that is continuously done. You can dance, you can swim, you can also jog, you can cycle, all these things. And some other activities are anaerobic activities. Some other activities are anaerobic activities. Or the same activities, if you done at a faster rhythm, it will become anaerobic, because you cannot continue for a long time, because there is no chance that you can consume the oxygen and you can get the energy quickly. So that case, they're called anaerobic activities. So they are more tough. Anaerobic activities are more painful and more tough, because you are engaging in a faster rhythm. When you do it in a faster rhythm, and then naturally the pain signals will be more, and you will be stopping the exercise very quickly. That is also needed. So in the exercises, basically these are the two divisions: aerobic exercise and aerobic exercise. So you can lift the weight. That is also anaerobic exercise mostly. So you can run, you can jog. But one thing, why we are supposed to, uh, why we are supposed to take proper care while exercising. That is important. See, this is first time I am going to reveal one thing. I've been encouraging you to participate in physical activities, and now suddenly I am bringing in certain negative issues of the physical activity, because it is important. We have to talk about it. Negative issues of physical activity. Otherwise, uh, uh, we- if we just believe that physical activity is excellent and then all good is associated to physical activity, means it is not correct. And now I'm going to tell you what exactly is the problem with some physical activities. This is the important slide that you have to follow. So we are supposed to do some physical exercise to improve physiological function, so that we will get the functional health, so that we will get higher immunity, and we will be very safe, we will be very beautiful looking, very good. But physical exercise is a stress. That is the reason why we need to understand what are the problems with respect to exercise, and how best we can be able to neutralize those negative issues of exercise. See, doing exercise is inevitable. It will give you a good health. But since exercise is associated with some kind of a small stress, because I think you might have heard about stress, because I have seen the table of contents of this program, and this stress management also was there. Physiology of stress was also explained. So physical stress is also a stress on the body. So once you start doing exercise, any kind of an exercise, any exercise, whether it is aerobic exercise or anaerobic exercise, but if it is not accustomed exercise, in a sense, one thing is important. If you start doing exercise for that is the reason why people like us advise that you should not jump into high intensity exercises suddenly. Don't take up high intensity exercises on the day one. You have to get adopted for the physical stress, then there will be no problem. So an individual who is adopted for the physical stress will not experience any problem due to two factors, that is inflammation and oxidation. When you start exercising, there will be a stress on the physical body, and that stress is in the shape of inflammation and oxidative stress. So I don't want to get into the scientific explanation of inflammation. Inflammation is a kind of a process that is actually essential for recovery purposes and resynthesis of the lost tissues or broken tissues or utilized thing. So inflammation is a kind of a process that is actually needed. But sometimes what happens is when you are doing excessive physical exercise, excessive may be because you are very new to exercise, or else you are doing exercise which is beyond your capacity. There are two things. If you are not actually adopted for a physical exercise, that will become an excess for you. And also, if you are doing something very excess than what your level is, what your physiological level is, that is also an excess stress. But how to measure these two things is very difficult. That is why better be moderate in doing exercise. Always be moderate in doing exercise. So when you are experiencing physical stress in excess, then you are experiencing inflammation in the tissues, oxidative stress in the tissues, and also other metabolic tissues. But this is important for us. Unless you experience inflammation, unless you experience oxidative stress, unless you experience metabolic stress, you will not get more of them. You will not get adopted to them. So adaptation happens. Once you get adopted for all these problems, you will be very healthy, and there will be no problem for you. That is the reason why physical exercise enhances the capacity of the anti-inflammation, the capacity of antioxidation, the capacity for other metabolic adaptations. But you have to wait. But you have to wait because it depends on your adaptation levels. So how long, how you have. That is the reason why what we say is, I will show you one more thing. That is the reason. That is the reason people like us will tell those who wanted to start their exercises, don't jump into exercise and don't be hasty in increasing your output level, output percentage. Slowly, slow walking for 3 days, moderate walking, and then brisk walking, and then go for slow jogging. After that, also see that you are very in a controlled manner. You have to go. So anything amount of exercise may. So there is a continuum here I am showing you. Low exercise is waste. You threshold. There is a somewhere you have to go beyond, so that you will experience that inflammation. You will experience the oxidative stress. You will experience the metabolic stress, so that you will be able to tolerate more stresses, So your immunity will grow high. So where you have to cross, don't cross, do not cross this level. So that is very important. Upper limit of safe of physical training is important. Then too much excess, it becomes a too much. Too low is not advisable. It is waste of time, and too high is not advisable for anyone. But adaptation gives you to move this further this way. So adaptation is important. So high level of athletes are highly adapted, regular athletes. Because, for example, let me tell myself, I've been doing since 40 years, since 4 decades, I'm doing regularly exercise. So my immunity, my adaptation level for the inflammation, my adaptation level for the oxidative stress is very high. So I can tolerate, but not that a person who is very young for exercise. That is the reason why people like us will differently. Don't go for high level of exercises. When you are going for this kind of a stress, I'm going to bring back this one. So when things are because you are supposed to do some exercise, because every one of us know that we have to do exercise. But when we do exercise, what are the other things? Because we are facing this problem, we are facing the stress problem, we are facing the inflammation, we are facing the inflammation stress, we are facing the oxidative stress, we are facing metabolic stress. How to escape? There are many important issues. how to, that is what is called wellness management. Wellness management is simultaneously managing your fitness, physical fitness, and related issues. How your physical fitness, other related issues will come into your physical fitness program. The number one is nutrition. Number one is nutrition. It is important. It's not just regularly. If you exercise, you will be very healthy. You cannot be unless you feed your body, unless you feed your body with proper nutrients, with proper nutrition. Then only you will be healthy. That's only second. I am attaching only the second thing. Nutrition is attached now. So I was asking you to do some exercise regularly, but I asked you to not to push yourself to extremes. Be control in your intensity of exercise. What kind of an exercise it is? It may be running, jogging, whatever, aerobic, anaerobic exercise. See that you will not exceed limits, or else otherwise also that you will not reduce the exercise to a minimum level. So don't come down to a minimum level, and also don't push yourself to the extreme levels. It depends on the adaptation of the individual, and it takes a lot of time for any individual who starts exercise to graduate oneself from walking to the jogging. It will take 5 to 6 months. So there are some people who don't understand these scientific principles of the sports sciences, and they will just suddenly indulge in high intensity activities, and they get exposed to some kind of a problems. What kind of a problems? I should not utter those things, but it is important to talk. What happens when the exercise effect, when the exercise stress is too high, when the exercise stress is too high, the inflammation is too high, and the oxidation process is too high. So when the process is too high, then lot of oxidants are released in the tissues, especially in the muscle tissues, which may spread from one to the other tissues, and it might cause several problems. It causes the suppression of immunity. Firstly, it causes the suppression of the immune cells. They may even destroy the enzymatic proteins, and also these oxidative substances like oxidases, if produced during, it is natural. When you exercise, you will produce a lot of oxidants, because you are using the you are using energy metabolism, energy pathways like electron transport pathway, some beta oxidation. So beta oxidation is a process. So when you are using all these things, what happens is you will produce so many oxidants. It is natural for exercise. When you do exercise, high level of exercise for a long time, you produce a lot of oxidants. And these oxidants, what happens? They may destroy the proteins relating to immunity, proteins relating to hormones, proteins of enzymatic proteins, and all those things can be suppressed. And also ultimately, if the oxidants are more and uncontrolled, even they may even affect the DNA of the cells and leading to cancer. So why inviting us that to that level? Exercise, why we are doing exercise? We are doing exercise for the best health. So if exercise leads to some kind of a problem, some kind of disease, then let us not do it. That kind of an exercise. That's why we have to. Two things are important. First, get adopted. Second thing is, even when you are adopted, don't push yourself to extremes. There will be an indicator. Everyone can be easily understood. So when you are really exercising, even at slightest of the intensities, also, especially the beginners, they may be exposing themselves to both these inflammation and oxidative stress. From these stresses, you can only escape only when you have excellently fed body, excellently. So nutritious, highly nutritious diet will only save you from these two important stress problems from the exercise. So exercise may give inflammation stress, oxidative stress. And what is the way out is? The way out is, the first one is not to exercise that level. But we have to exercise to some extent to increase our exercise potency, so that we'll get more functional health. We have to push ourselves slowly. During that time, what we should do is, when you are exercising to some extent, really hard, then you are supposed to be very, very nutritiously specific. So you have to take perfect nutrition. What kind of a nutrition it is? What kind of nutrition is very important? I will just bring other one. Actually, this is a very big presentation. Yeah. So I'll tell you what exactly is the importance of the nutrition for exercising individuals. See, when you exercise, I told you that there are two important stresses that might impose upon the human organism, that is inflammation stress and the oxidative stress. So uh, there is a possibility that the protein catabolism happens during exercise. I mean that your cell structures get disturbed, and then some of the cells may die, and then muscle fibers may get eroded, and more proteins are used, more hormones are used, more enzymatic reactions happen when you exercise. So automatically, what you need is you need energy, and you need more protein, you need more fats, and you need vitamins, minerals, water enough, because when you are exercising you lose water, and you lose a lot of minerals, especially the electrolytes like sodium, potassium, you are losing through your sweat. So you have to regain all those things. So very important is nutrition. For exercise is important for wellness lifestyle, and when you are exercising you need more protective nutrition. You need more protective nutrition than an ordinary individual, because exercising individual is a special individual. Exercising individual is not a normal individual. Exercising individual is a special individual. Exercise individual needs a special nutrition program, specially designed nutrition program. This is very important. In westernized Western countries, there is a profession called sports nutrition, but we don't have that kind of sports nutrition here. We'll guide you with all this, but people like us can guide for what are the important things that you are supposed to take uh, according to the exercise you are going to do, you will take. So generally we divide nutrition for exercising individual into three categories, like pre-exercise nutrition, during the exercise nutrition, post-exercise nutrition, right? This is a simple demarcation. So you when you are doing some exercise, you are supposed to take some food. We are supposed to be ready with some fuel. So what is the fuel? For example, any if there is a car, you need a petrol or diesel something to run. That's why when you are doing some exercise, you need some kind of fuel. So you have to be ready with that fuel and other nutritional supplements. Very important. So they're all very so pre-exercise nutrition and the post-exercise nutrition and during the exercise. So pre-exercise nutrition is here. I'm not going to give you the types of proteins and body structure. That's not important. And you just have to understand protein and what is a protein. And protein is a structural component of the organism, and structural component, main structural component of all the cells, along with the fats. Along with the fats. So carbohydrates gives us a lot of energy. It is mainly the energy derivative, energy sources for all the metabolic purposes. The main energy source is carbohydrate for all the metabolic purposes of the human organism, or for the human body. And the vitamins, they're all the micro elements that are actually required for various metabolic requirements like cell signaling, all that, those purposes. Mineral water is an important component, major component of the body. Very close to 70% of the human body contains the water. So we need to be very careful about water. So these are all the gross things I am talking about, but I am talking about in a specific manner that what is a pre-exercise nutrition. So a person should be ready to undertake exercise. That is important. You have to make your body ready to face the exercise program. So that is very important. So I was talking to you that when you are doing exercise, you are exposing yourself to oxidative stress. It means that a lot of oxidants are released, and also you will be producing several inflammatory cytokines, inflammatory chemical substances. So you have to nullify them, you have to neutralize them, right? So that is the reason why, to neutralize the inflammatory cytokines, also to reduce, to control the oxidants, oxidative substances, you need to have the micro nutrients like vitamin E, vitamin E and vitamin C are very, very important. Vitamin E and vitamin C are important anti-inflammatory vitamins, and also antioxidative vitamins. Minerals like selenium, zinc, selenium and zinc, these are all very important minerals that would fight against the oxidants. And also, here I have not included, apart from the proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, what you are seeing, there are certain ready substances available in most of the plants. So they are called phytochemicals. They are called phytochemicals. That's not included. These phytochemicals are also, it's like micro substances, micro elements, or micronutrients. They are like micronutrients, a part of micronutrients which will help to protect against these inflammatory cytokines and also oxidative substances released during the exercise. For example, let me tell you one or two examples I can give you. What are the important? That's why in green tea, 2 or 3 spoons of green tea before going to exercise. Green tea, you will have the green tea contains the catechins, a phytochemical called catechin. So even caffeine also is good. And regularly, it's not. One more important thing is that, of course, though I am talking about the pre-exercise nutrition, I am talking, but it is a rule that you make it as a habit in your life, that you will consume all excellent nutritious food every day, containing all these things: sufficient protein, sufficient carbohydrates, sufficient fats, sufficient vitamins, sufficient minerals, all minerals, water, and sufficient micro nutrients like phytochemicals. Colored fruits, are having a lot of antioxidative substances like flavonoids, isoflavones. So orange color fruits, they have a lot of carrots, they have a lot of flavonoids, so like kind of things. So we have to use them regularly, we have to, so that the body is full of antioxidative substances. We have a lot of antioxidative substances in our body, so that even when you are doing hard exercise program, your body is protected against the anti-inflammatory, inflammatory stress, and also against the oxidative stress. So you need to make a point that it's not, though I am talking about pre-exercise nutrition, it is an important thing that you have to make it as a point that in your life you have to be very regularly consuming all those things, all the things, including fats. Many people are saying, thinking that fats, we should not eat fat. No, it is without fat. What is it? Say, fat is an essential ingredient of every cell membrane. Every cell membrane. So lipoproteins, what we call lipoproteins. So it's important. Lipoproteins are moreover cholesterol. So making of cholesterol is important. Cholesterol is important for bile, making of bile, some of the hormonal. So what people think is, some advertisement, they will look into that, and they'll believe flatly that cholesterol, we should not eat cholesterol. You, even if you don't eat cholesterol, cholesterol will be done by your body endogenously by the fats. Even if you are not eating the fats, carbohydrates are converted as fats. Proteins may be converted as fats. So body has a capacity to make all those substances as per the requirement. It's not that what you eat or what you get, what you just consume. So I want to tell you, as a pre-exercise nutrition, you are supposed to take enough carbohydrates. You must have some energy, and then you must have a lot of antioxidative substances like fruit juice or some kind of thing you can consume before you go for the exercise program. So it will give you a protection. So it's very important. So lot of then during the exercise, when you are during the exercise, generally you are not supposed to do some kind of an exercise that will prolong for 2 hours, 3 hours. Not necessary. Half an hour of exercise or 40 minutes of exercise, any continuous exercise for 3 to 4 times in a week is sufficient to maintain the functional health of the individual. If you want to you want to become a champion, that is a different issue. If you want to become a champion, you want to make timings, you want to participate in competitions, that's a different issue. I am not talking about that. I'm only talking about one thing. I'm only talking about the functional health. To improve your functional health, you don't need to every day doing exercise. You just 3 times or 4 times, 4 times maximum, 40 minutes session, 4 times maximum is enough. So during that time, we don't need any kind of a nutrition. 40 minutes. If you are doing an exercise program that may last for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, running for 30 kilometers, 20 kilometers, see, it is all meaningless. So you don't need to do those things. Then only we are supposed to take some kind of a nutrition during the exercise also, but especially mainly the electrolyte water we have to consume, so that we replenish with the electrolytes, so that we'll not have other complications. That is okay. But post exercise nutrition is so important. Post exercise nutrition is so important that uh, post exercise nutrition is so important that uh, we need to include excellent protein after the exercise is over, because during the exercise, because of the inflammation, because of the oxidative stress and the inflammation, you might be experiencing loss of several tissue, and broken tissue, broken muscle fibers, tendon fibers, and some other bone disturbances, everything. And so to regain all those things, we need to give first class protein. Soon after the exercise program, we have to give an excellent protein, and also the carbohydrate, enough carbohydrate. See, I tell you one thing. Again, I just want to tell you one thing here. There are certain indicators some people are talking about. Even doctors are saying about that. That is body mass index or body fat percentage. I tell you one thing. Body mass index is only a gross measure, or body fat percentage also is a gross measure. That will not give you the health indication. It is not directly any health indicator. It only tells you about the possibility of being obese and possibility of being metabolic problems. That's it. So there are several individuals who are little more fatty but very healthy. It is because of the regular exercise and proper nutrition. Regular exercise and proper nutrition. Don't feel, of course, aesthetics are very important. Aesthetics are very important. So fatty means, so fatty is not advisable. You know, little fatty persons also are very healthy, because they regularly exercise and their nutrition is fantastic. These two is important. Functional health is important. How much percentage of fat you have, how much is not that important, but of course, excessive percentage of fat, gross obesity is also definitely not advisable. So that is the only thing I wanted to just hint you. So after the exercise program, very important thing is um, sufficient carbohydrate, but more percentage of the protein. That's very important. And I'm really wondering in India, how early morning after, if you do some exercise early morning, after that you will come and you will take idli, dosha, vada. What kind of protein you have? Vada at least better. Idli, dosha you will eat, idli, dosha, idli, sambar. What you will get nothing. So, is there anything? See, I am not encouraging westernized European or continental breakfast, but it is important. What we don't understand is this is called food fads. In India, there are some problems. Why we become quickly diabetic is because these are the problems. Our food habits are one important problem. That is breakfast. So after the exercise program, you are supposed to take first class protein. First class protein need not be from animal sources. It may be from vegetable sources like soya bean or double bean. This kind of things also it can be taken. But do we eat non-vegetarian like chicken, fish, eggs, and all in the breakfast? We don't eat. Of course. I'm talking about the non-vegetarians. Vegetarians, okay, they can choose for the first class protein through the soya beans or other meats. So it is very important. It is so important to be mindful about the type of protein you are taking in the breakfast. And in the breakfast in India, anywhere across India, from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, I have not seen that kind of a breakfast which includes first class protein. This is a big problem. That is why even when you are when you exercise, you are not actually protecting yourself. You are not actually recovering from the exercise stress because you are not giving enough protein after the exercise program. After the exercise program, before at least 1 hour, 1 hour before the relaxation of 1 hour, you should feed your body. You should feed your body with proper carbohydrate, first class protein, 30% at least first class protein, 40% of 45 to 66 percent around of carbohydrate, and 10 to 15% of fats. Very important. Fats are very important. Omega 3 fatty acids or omega 6 fatty acids. Whatever it is, both are very good. Both are good, and they are very important. They are very important nutritional elements for the makeup of excellent hormonal excellent hormonal synthesis, and also for making of membrane or providing membrane activities and all. So very importantly, we miss this kind of things, and we should erase the idea that eating fat is very very bad. So so there are many things that is important. So fats also affect triglyceride levels, inflammation. I told you inflammation, blood pressure, cancer risk, it reduces. So post exercise is very important. And when you have to do exercise, it depends on whether in morning or evening. Anything is okay. But diabetics are requested to do some exercise in the evening and not in the morning. So this is one summary that I just would like to give you. The macronutrient distribution ranges. Protein is 10 to 35% of daily calories, and fats 20 to 35%, carbohydrate 45 to 65% of total daily calories. So why the variation is range I am giving 10 to 35%, 20 to 35% depends on the type of exercise you are already done or you are going to do. So that is why sports nutrition is also has become an important profession in modern society. And in Hyderabad also, the cities like Hyderabad and Bangalore, and there are some sports dietitians, sports nutrition experts also are emerging, and there are some courses also there because they are able to exactly tell you how much protein is essential for this kind of an exercise program, how much fat you have to use, how much carbohydrate is needed to complete the particular exercise program. And then after the exercise program, how you are compensating your body, and how the body prefers after the exercise program. Body also prefers what kind of what type of macronutrient is needed for the body as per the stress already experienced. The body will body responds. So it's very good subject. So along with that, we are supposed to take some fiber. Women 25 grams per day, men 38 grams per day, and this is something very different. This is important for kind of a this is good source of fiber. This is actually probiotic, and fruits, vegetables, legumes, oats, and grains, they have a lot of fiber. It's very important to enhance the gut microbiome. Maybe some of you might be knowing what is gut microbiome. Microbiome is the bacteria, the good bacteria that resides there in our digestive tract. I mean, that's called microbiome. It is needed for us for very good metabolic purposes. That is increased, especially for those who are exercising. So vitamins or they're very good. I told you that anti-inflammatory and antioxidative vitamins like vitamin E and vitamin C are really very important. And vitamin lacking in Indian diet is vitamin A is lacking because we eat less of carrots, less of fruits and all. So we need to be more cautious on that. And then minerals. I told you that minerals, or if you consume too much or too little of a particular mineral, it's going to affect you. Minerals are very important for your bone integrity, and also for carrying cell signaling. Iron, calcium, potassium, all those things are very essential. So water, human body is composed of about 60% water, and so without water there's no way everything happens. So all the metabolic pathways, metabolic reactions occur in water, or the cytoplasm of our bodies. Drink enough antioxidants. I was telling you, antioxidants, these are very important. You have to be very, very cautious. So what is the wellness management? Wellness management is doing exercise and taking proper nutrition, basing on the exercise you are doing, both pre-exercise nutrition, post-exercise nutrition. This is one. So I have just mixed two. So what is wellness management? Wellness management has several things. What is physical exercise, physical wellness, nutritional wellness, then emotional wellness. I will have to add emotional wellness. I will add it. So other substances in food, antioxidants. Antioxidants is a substance that protects against the breakdown of body constituents, free radicals. So when you are exercising, you are producing oxidants. So that may destroy the cell, that may destroy the cells or tissues or some other enzymatic substances. So we have to stop that. So to stop that, we need these antioxidants plenty in our circulation and readily available in our circulation. They are rich in these. Mostly the fruits and vegetables are very rich in antioxidants, such as vitamin C, vitamin E, selenium, and the carotenoids. See, very important. See, if you want to have health, you need to work for it. Health will not just be protected. Health will not be there just like that. You have to protect it with your efforts. The first effort is pain. Where there is a pain, there is a gain. If there is no pain, there will be no gain. Very important. Exercise is a pain. When you do some exercise, you feel pain. That is why people are not coming to the grounds for doing exercise. What to do? Is it not? It is correct. I have experienced it. In my 40 years of running experience, I have seen hundreds of people joining me and vanishing. No one remained with me. I am still running. No one remained with me. Very few, very few. I have spoken to thousands of people on this wellness management till now on different forums. How many have started doing their exercise programs? Really, see, where there is a pain, there will be gain. You want to gain, there must be a pain. This is important. That is the reason why. So exercise being a very painful activity, people are very hesitating to take up exercise regularly, seriously, regularly. And I have seen some people coming for 10 days or 15 days. After that, they'll start doing some taking some excuse. Today I will not go, tomorrow I will go to something, because it is painful. So wellness management is doing physical exercises first as a lifestyle and to protect your physical wellness. Then, since you are exercising, you are supposed to take excellent nutrition, because without nutrition, your body will not listen to you, and your body will get several problems. And moreover, an exercising individual will get more problems than an ordinary individual. If the exercising individual is not fed with the proper nutrition, there will be more problems than for a normal person. So exercising individual should take a lot of caution. Exercising individual should spend a lot of time in understanding nutrition for exercise, understanding and gathering those information, and also gathering those substances and fruits daily basis, and make them prepared. And you have to eat regularly. You have to take all balanced. Otherwise, see, it is better not to do exercise. If we don't have enough time, enough patience to follow the nutrition program, following nutrition program is not that easy. You have to be very, very careful. You have to know first thing, and you have to go to the market. You have to collect everything. See, you have to collect fruits. You have to get the rich legumes. You have to get all the lettuces on. You have to buy different things and go get it, and then store it, and then prepare it and do it, and eat it. So it needs a lot of time and patience. You need to have a lot of patience for that. That is wellness management. So, and thing is, especially those who are exercising, they are supposed to not to take any kind of fried foods, fried foods. And there are other things. There are other things which I need to tell you about nutrition, because see, even how you prepare, how you cook is also a matter. There is no time for me to tell. How you cook is also a matter. In some places like Lucknow in India, it's famous for kebabs. Means the non-vegetarian, everything is this kebabs are directly exposed to the fire. So it is a fire kebabs, fired, so blackened. So there are several hexokinases that is when meat or some kind of a non-vegetarian source is burnt directly, it converts into a kind of a chemical agent or different kinases called hexokinases, and they might cause severe damage to the tissues inside. It may even cause cancers. So Lucknow is famous for kebabs, and also the cancer rates are very high. Intestinal cancer rates are high. So there are many ways how you cook, and then how you lose the nutrient of that particular source is also a problem. So very carefully one needs to be in that. So eating pyramid is there. There are alternative food plans, so health eating pyramid, and then vegetarian food pyramid. These are all things. So I don't need to tell you what is the stress and all. I think this is very important. This, now it is 11:30. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir, Kamruddin sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, actually, I have to add the what is that called relaxation and stress anti-stress aspect now.
Yes,
Can
sir.
we continue in the next session? If it is 11:30 already.
Yes, sir. You can continue, and this 30 minutes can be in advance. You can close, sir. No problem.
Oh, okay, okay. Then
It
from
it
next
is
session,
3 o'clock, 3 hours, na, sir. You can adjust anyway.
okay. Because
If it is
participants should also feel convenient.
no, people are saying that no problem, sir. They are putting the messages. Huh?
Okay, 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 okay.
This is your tempo might be missed, sir. That is the only thing. I am listening to you here.
Okay, okay. Actually, I'm really not that comfortable online,
Yeah, yeah,
but still, because I'm not able to see the faces, and this is if it is in what is it called Zoom, I could have seen some of the
yes,
persons.
yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
Please
no
carry on.
problem. Okay, sir. So But what is wellness management? I've told you that. So wellness management comprises of several things done simultaneously. As yoga has a eightfold path, even wellness management also is a matching one. Same concept it is. Yoga, what does they start with yoga is more different thing. It starts with internal purification and individual purification, yama niyama. So it starts like that. But in wellness management, first it starts with physical fitness. In yoga, physical wellness is a third component. So first yama niyama, then asana. So physical component is later in the yoga. Whereas Shuddhi component means cleansing component is the first one. So unless you are spiritually good, unless you are very fine, unless you are a good individual, unless you have all those things you follow, very strict lifestyle you follow, you will not have health. Yoga says that. Then you should exercise through yogasanas. Then you have to increase your life energy like prana throughout your body and break those knots and all through chakras, and then you have to go for a pratyahara, then dharana, then dhyana, then finally samadhi. That is so. Yoga says that you have to be pure and you have to be very contented, you complacent in your materialistic pursuit, and you have to be very and see that you contribute something good to the society. Then you do yogasanas. Whereas the wellness management, what I am talking about, it is a Western counterpart of the yoga. It starts with the physical wellness. Starts with the physical wellness, and then also, of course, it doesn't start and end. But it is a simultaneous process. It is a simultaneous process in which a person is supposed to uh, 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 manage all those things simultaneously. Supposed to manage all those things simultaneously. It's not something individually or in a department wise. So you have wellness management is a lifestyle in which you have to exercise, you have to take proper nutrition, and especially connection is very important. When you are really exercising, when you are really exercising properly, and you are supposed to be very nutritiously rich. Otherwise, if you cannot have time, if you don't have patience to collect all those nutritious food and all, don't have time to eat properly, don't do exercise. Because I told you several times, exercise is good provided if treated properly. Exercise itself is a negative stress on the body. Unless you treat it with some other components like nutrition, rest and relaxation, exercise gives you a lot of trouble to the body. Exercise leads for diseases. Exercise may also lead for cancer. So there are several people who got some several diseases and died due to exercise. Exercise which is called uncontrolled exercise or unadopted exercise levels or excessive exercises. There are diseases called exercise induced asthma, exercise induced cancer, exercise induced arthritis, exercise induced autoimmune problems. Exercise also cause not all exercise actually should cause for the reduction of all the diseases, prevention of diseases. But if you don't treat exercise properly, if you don't do exercise properly and don't complement the exercise with proper nutrition, proper rest, proper relaxation, proper emotional adjustments, the chemical responses inside your body goes very negatively, and it will be a havoc for your body, and the body might experience anything including cancer. So exercise is, don't take exercise as something that is very simple. Exercise is very serious issue. Exercise is a serious and scientific issue. Don't meddle with exercise irresponsibly, and if anyone irresponsibly meddling the exercise shall suffer, because exercise is something that's very stressful uh, for the body. But only exercise can be able to give adaptations. So adaptation is important. Till you adapt yourself for the exercise stress, give little doses of exercise only, and don't stretch yourself suddenly to the hyper exercise programs, high level of high output, high intensity exercises. And there are many many lunatics. I call them lunatics, claiming themselves as scientific science. I mean, experts, fitness experts, and they cause many problems to many individuals. I have seen many individuals suffered many problems. They give wrong advices. They just do. They put people into a kind of high intensity exercises, kind of things I have seen. So these are all not really scientific. So stress is now what is important. The third element I'm going to entwine with the with this lifestyle management is after exercise. After, in the sense, it's not after, it is like simultaneous exercise and then nutrition care. Then you have to be very happy. You have to be very happy. I think there was a session on the stress management in this program. I have seen in the timetable there is a physiology of stress. Somebody might, I think, have explaining. I think you are already got introduced with the stress physiology. So there are several kinds of stressors. That may be a physical stress, like for exercise, and psychological stress, or emotional stress, and environmental stress. And stress or maybe anything. Stressors, or several stressors are there. Your family problems, or say, outside problems, sociological problems, anything stress. So social stress, physical stress, psychological stress, environmental stress, because of the environment, because of the humidity, because of the heat, because of other things, high altitude, and that kind of things. So stressors may be a n number of stresses, and stress response, how it is, physiological changes associated. And the thing is that whatever may be the stressor, it may be physical, it may be psychological, and it may be like environmental, maybe a social stress, whatever it is. Everything affects only our physiology. It affects the inside the body. It affects the inside the body, and it causes disturbances in our body, in systemic disturbances. There will be a disturbance of the homeostasis. I mean, the biological disturbance will happen to the internal condition of the body. So the metabolism changes. What happens is, when you have a physical stress, you, physical stress is, I was talking about exercise, physical stress, but any kind of a stress, any kind of stress which is chronic, that is important. When you are experiencing any chronic stress, whether it be physical stress, including exercise doing for a long time, or you are not, you are in some kind of a problem, a mental problem, or some kind of an agony, some kind of a family problem, some kind of an other disturbances, some kind of a social problem, some kind of a thinking, a kind of a depressed state, kind of a continuous stress disturbs your body, and it causes for the release of the catecholamines, because it is kind of a sympathetic nerve system, autonomous nerve system that gets activated. And this autonomous nervous system, what it happens is, it tries to, actually it is a resultant of the protection process. It tries to give some protection to the organism, to the environment, body environment, internal body environment, by making more changes in the metabolism. So with the reason, the more hormones are produced, especially the catecholamines are produced, epinephrine, norepinephrine kind of thing, and cortisol are produced. So what happens is, when cortisol is produced, a steroidal hormone, that's actually cortisol is really good. That actually enhances the glucose and uptake, and also it causes for the enhancement of the beta oxidation of the long chain fatty acids, and excessive uncontrolled cortisol release when you are under severe stress, also the epinephrines, it will cause neuroendocrinal changes. I mean, there are some axes that are neuroendocrine, the attachment from the nervous system, the central nervous system, to the endocrine organs. It gets attached. There are several axes are there. I don't want to get into that science. HP axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal axis. Like that, there are some axes are there. And by affecting this axis, there will be a continuous flow of these catecholamines, including the cortisol. And what happens is excessive metabolic rate, excessive inflammation, excessive oxidation, excessive oxidants are released. I was telling you from the beginning, even if you do exercise also excessively, the same thing is seen in the body. So even if you don't exercise, even if you exercise regularly also, if you are under stress, you cannot prevent this particular negative problem that happens inside your body. Even the healthiest person who regularly exercises, who is regularly consuming excellent nutrition also, cannot be safe if a person is not happy, if a person is under stress, if a person is under severe stress and trauma. Because severe stress, psychological, emotional, sociological stress, even environmental stress, causes for the disturbance of the biodynamics, causes for the release of the excessive amounts of the steroidal hormones, including the catecholamines, and causes for the excessive increase in metabolism of long chain fatty acids. And with the result, what happens is there will be a lot of havoc in their metabolism. There will be a lot of oxidants are released, lot of degeneration can happen, and even the ultimate thing is even the cancer may also is a possibility. So anyone who is under severe stress should become relaxed. One should understand the stress levels a person is having. That is called biofeedback. Every person, see, I was telling you one thing initially. I want to show you again, because because the stress is a biggest game changer with respect to health. Even you are regularly exercising, even you are regularly taking excellent nutrition, please be happy, please be complacent, please be emotionally stable. It is very important. So physical, emotional, and behavioral responses are interrelated. Try to understand. Physical, emotional, and behavioral responses are interrelated. Whatever you do, whether exercise or do something or anything, your emotional and behavioral responses are interrelated. So you can try very easily understand. But that I will talk on the later session, maybe in another next 1 hour, about the biofeedback, how you have to de-stress yourself. This is one of the important components of the wellness management. Simultaneously managed, expected to be managed is this. So wellness management is doing regularly a physical exercise to improve your physical wellness, at the same time taking proper and scientific kind of a nutrition that will match your exercising needs, both before and after exercise, and also emotionally and then I'm emotionally stress free. Till now I have not added another things like environmental wellness, spiritual wellness, and those things. But emotional wellness is achieved only when you have an excellent spiritual wellness. Otherwise, you cannot achieve that. So there is no need that I should bring in a spiritual wellness again when I have to talk about emotional wellness also. Emotional wellness is nothing but relaxed mood and happy state of affairs of the mind. Happy state of affairs of the mind. There is a saying that Um, of course, uh, sound mind and sound body. Either way, if you have a sound body, healthy body, you'll be having very good mind. Some people are saying, and I'm also saying the other way. If you don't have a sound mind, that is what is a stress physiology says. If you don't have a sound mind, you will have a very worst body. If you don't have a sound mind, it means if you don't have a healthy mind, healthy consciousness, healthy emotional state of affairs, and that will affect your body, and your body will get diseased. So either way, it is correct. The saying is either way correct. Healthy mind in a healthy body. Okay, healthy mind should be there for the healthy body. This is something very important. So when you know the science, you will understand uh, the 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 connectivity, the connection of these two things. How mind and body relationship, mind and body abstract mind and body, the physical body relationship, how it exists. So it is very important. So ultimately, what is the what we seek? We seek the best health. We seek the best health and beautiful body. Beautiful body. Okay, leave it. It may be very difficult, not only for Hrithik Roshan and all possible. Aishwarya. Maybe at least let us have good health. So health means you have to exercise, you have to take nutrition, and then you have to be emotionally stable, so that stress free, you will be very stress free, emotionally stable, emotionally happy, compassionate, stress free. So there are many symptoms, those things are there, but managing stress I will talk after that sometime. Then I wanted to get you back to another important slide. At the initially when I was talking about information, this is important. So I have stressed on this particular slide very much. Examine your current health habits, choose your target behavior, and isolated behavior selected. Obtain information about your target behavior. Find outside help if needed. These two important sentences. This is important. So, stress. The third element of wellness management is you call it as a relaxation. We call it as a relaxation. Relaxed. When you relax, when you relaxed, you have when you relaxed state of mind means you will be in a stress-free mind. You will have a stress-free mind. There is no stress. When there is no stress, there will be no problem. When there is a stress, as a one-time stress is okay, but a chronic stress should be avoided. Stress may be because of anything. Stress may be because there are several stressors in the human domain. Stressor may be from any source. It may be from within yourself. Within yourself means your options, your target options within yourself. You want to reach to some level. You will be thinking about it. Today you have a car, but you want a big Mercedes Benz, and you will work for that. You will be working for that, working for that, working for that, and you don't get it. You will feel it. That is one way. Promotion. That is another way. So what is stress? Stressor may be anything from within, from or outside. Outsiders. If you are not good with the other people will scold you. So your social behavior states that your level of stress might come from the society towards you. Stress may be from the environment. The stressor may be from anywhere. So the stress can come from any source, and it affects through your mind. It affects through your mind the entire body, and it disturbs the hormonal systems, neurohormonal systems, and causes for the excessive uh, uh, release and circulation of the some of the hormones which may actually increase the metabolism irrationally, causing havoc in the biodynamics of the body, leading for the diseased conditions, leading for diseased conditions. So very important thing is when you disturb your mind with your stress, the mind and hormonal system gets disturbed. So even though you are regularly exercising, even though you are very fantastically exercising, though world-class sportsman, and you are taking excellent nutrition, but still, if there is a stress in your mind because of any problem, whether it is because of you and yourself, within yourself, or because of somebody else of your family, because of your nature, because of your the aspirations, because of your targets, because of your unsatisfied way of doing things, because of the environment stimuli, because of anything else, anything. If you are under kind of stress, and what happens is it disturbs through your mind. So that's why mind is very powerful in controlling the biology of the individual, in controlling the biology, and thereby consequently affecting the health status of the individual. So you don't need anything else. A bad brain, a bad thought process in yourself, that would make you unhealthy. A bad thought process which prevails for a long time will make you unhealthy, will make you diseased. That is why very important in the lifestyle management. Wellness is a way of lifestyle management, and you have to simultaneously take care of everything. It's not that you just do exercise, you do something. No, it's not. I have heard some talks from the nutritionists. Nutrition is ultimate. By just nutrition, you will have everything. No, no, it's not correct. And there are some other physical fitness experts are saying, no, physical fitness is everything, nothing else. No, it is also not correct. Some others say that, no, psychological, see, you must be very fine. That is enough. No, nothing is correct. Independently, if anyone is saying that is correct, this is correct, this is correct, no, it is not. All are correct. All are correct. So everyone should understand that wellness management is everything. Everything good. Everything good. If there are anything negative happening in your behavior or because of your any lifestyle pattern, including exercise, you should be able to nullify it, neutralize it. That is why you need to have information about your behavior. If you don't have information, please seek from outside. This is so important. So now I have it's 11 or 12. Now I have indicated you that in the wellness management, in the first slide, I have shown this. Wellness management also physical wellness, nutritional wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, interpersonal, social wellness, environmental, planetary wellness. Why I have included this? This is just like yoga. Just like yoga. Okay. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, like that. In the Western wellness management concept, the same thing you can see. Physical wellness, nutritional wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, interpersonal wellness, social wellness, environmental, planetary wellness. Okay. So now I have interrelated. So nothing is individual again. Though we are learning it differently, we are mentioning. For namesake, we are mentioning differently. But it is not, they cannot be achieved differently. They should not be targeted differently. In your lifestyle, you have to practice them simultaneously. Simultaneously, you have to take care of everything. And so physical wellness, you will exercise. For physical wellness, you will exercise properly. For nutritional wellness, you will exercise, plus you will take nutrition, appropriate nutrition. Because individually, nothing can be achieved. Only by doing exercise, you cannot achieve anything unless you take care of nutrition. Only by taking nutrition, you cannot achieve health. unless you add physical exercise. Only by keeping emotionally stable and happy, by being happy, you cannot be very sure that you will have all the health unless you do regular physical activity and excellent nutrition also you attach. So all are related. And what about the intellectual wellness? So emotional wellness means in a relaxed state of mind and being happy, being not so target oriented, being complacent, and being systematized in a thinking process, being logical in solving the issues, emotionally stable, being happy, all these things will come for emotional wellness. And see, for this particular thing, for emotional wellness, no one can help you out in this regard, how you will achieve emotional wellness, but you. But you. No one can help but you. You have to know what exactly, how exactly you are going to balance your emotions, how you are going to make emotions happy, how you are going to use your negative incidences also for your positive emotional wellness. There is all in your hands. But first two things, physical wellness and nutritional wellness, maybe derived from the sources, other sources. How you have to exercise, you can get from other people. You have to get it from the scientists, maybe sports scientists or exercise scientists, exercise physiologists. And nutrition wellness suggestions may be sought from the sports nutritionists, especially exercise nutritionists. But emotional wellness, it's a typical area wherein you may draw some help from the psychologists or clinical psychologists or health psychologists or health, but finally it's you who have to understand your own emotions and your own emotional well-being. For that, that's the reason why Kamruddin Saab included a biofeedback, it seems, biofeedback techniques. Of course, I may not be technically expert in organizing biofeedback clinics, but still I have a great voice in suggesting biofeedback as a very important technique or method that will give you emotional state of affairs of yourself and how to control your emotions. So we will talk about it later on. The thing is, so I've been speaking for 2 hours. So, sir, I will take for half an hour rest. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello,
Ah,
sir.
hello, sir. Hello.
Sir, sir, can we stop at this time and I will continue after half an hour
Okay, sir.
because it is 12 o'clock. 12:30 we will resume. By 1:30 we will stop.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Otherwise, 15 minutes is okay for me.
Take the 15 minutes break and by 1:15 we'll close down, sir.
We will close it. Okay. 15
Ah,
minutes, sir. We will stop now.
okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Right.
12:15 we'll be joining again and by 1:15 we'll close down, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome. Hello? Hello? Hello. Sir. Sir, చెప్పు సార్. ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. నువ్వు కాల్ చేసావు, నేను కాల్ చేశా. అయ్యో అంత లేదు నా దగ్గర. ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. హలో. హలో. Hello. Hello.
Sir, please tell us.
Yeah. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Then okay, we will continue.
Okay.
We'll continue for a while with this same presentation. After 10 minutes, I will be switching to the biofeedback information. It's
Okay,
very
sir.
less actually, no problem. So I'm connecting this to the biofeedback topic also. So wellness management is a comprehensive and complex and simultaneous process of tackling physical wellness, nutritional wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, and all. So till now, I was hinting you about the how you will be able to achieve optimal health and vitality, so that you can prevent even diseases by improving the immunity. Immunity towards both the communicable and non-communicable diseases alike. But here, maybe 5 minutes are there. COVID-19. Yesterday, I presented one important information in the webinar. That also I will tell in the last 5 minutes, because since we are in the midst of the very dangerous situation called COVID-19 pandemic, the whole globe is affected. And some people are saying, please do exercise, enhance immunity. And there are some are the videos released by people, but science says differently. And that last 5 minutes I will devote for that one. That will be helpful for all the participants even. Okay. Now, so wellness management is not a one-day process. It is a lifestyle process. It's a lifetime process, and it's a lifestyle process. It's a lifetime and it's a lifestyle. So it should be your lifestyle for the lifetime. Then only you will have health throughout your life. So health is something that you cannot store. when you discontinue a positive lifestyle or wellness lifestyle, even for a few months, there is no way that you will have the same health. So it is lost. So health and vitality and immunity they are not storable aspects, and hence you have to protect them continuously by continuous efforts in your life until death. So this is an important element one has to understand. There is no excuse for that. So since fitness, anything wellness aspect or health are not storable, they cannot be stored, and hence you need to strive to be in that particular lifestyle. So only you can protect them. So you are supposed to exercise, and then you are supposed to pick up nutritional habits. These two are maybe with the advice of the excellent material that is available online, or else with the experts. But as I indicated, emotional wellness, though you may hear many things from other people, but still, but still, you are supposed to understand yourself, your emotions, and then you need to be educative on it. You need to be well aware about emotional aspects, and controlling of emotions is in your hands because it is within you, and you have to get along with that education. Maybe biofeedback is a technique that is very helpful in controlling the negative emotions, or else even relaxing relaxing your emotional profile, so that you will be very good. Jatin, Jatin, water. Okay, so in the biofeedback, the main stress is on understanding the science of biofeedback. Understanding the science of biofeedback. That is the reason why biofeedback, though, has been invented as a technique, that is used to understand biological variability of the organism, and adjusting the organism as per the changes or necessary things that are essential. But here in the emotional wellness, as I have been indicating, that emotional wellness, though can be guided by clinical psychologists, can be guided by the health psychologists, but it is in your hands. For that, you need a lot of scientific information with you. You need to understand the concept of the emotional wellness. For that, you need to have intellectual wellness. That is important. So health is something that is sometimes many a time. It depends on your intellectual wellness. You need to understand all these things first. It's like, if something I speak, that's why generally when people like us in exercise science or exercise endocrinology, if I go on speaking endlessly with all scientific jugglery, for example, saying cell signaling, MPK signaling, DOT signaling, and so there will be no use, because it's like people, those who can understand, I can speak. If they cannot understand, it will go waste. Instead, my technique should be, see that in a simple manner, I should reach you. That is the essentiality of the intellectuality. So intellectual wellness insists an individual to be able to understand. Intellectual wellness insists individual to be able to understand the importance of the wellness management and its concepts. You are able to assimilate, you are able to understand the science of the physical wellness, science of the nutrition, science of emotional wellness. If you are intellectually poor, and your perception will be very poor, and when your perception is poor, your learning will be poor, and you cannot have a very good idea about the whole domain of the wellness management. Even whatever I speak, if the intellectual level, intellectual depth of the individual is not that good, they cannot understand the scientific issues of these things. And if a person is not having enough scientific knowledge, will not believe anything, and so intellectual wellness seems to be a hallmark, and a connecting domain of the wellness management, and that gives you a confidence on whatever you practice. So when you will practice all these things, what I'm speaking, when you will practice, when you believe, you will practice. When you believe only, you will practice. When you start believing things, you will try to practice them, because you will know, you think that it is going to give you some benefit. You don't believe. If you don't believe, you will not practice. So belief is a process that emerges, that an end result. Belief is an end result that emerges out of your learning, positive learning, and that comes out of your intellectuality. So you must read enough subjects, you must read enough resources, you must consult resources. See, whatever I am taking today is only restricted only to 2 hours or 3 hours of talk, and I am not presenting to you the whole bunch of the facts relating to wellness management. It is impossible for me to take. Even to tell physical wellness, it will take 5 to 6 hours for me. So, in a nutshell, it is difficult for any individual to present the whole wellness management, including the biofeedback techniques, the relaxation techniques, everything. Serious, but I'm trying. I'm just trying to give you a tidbits of all these things. And then in this juncture, I would like to say that intellectual wellness seems to be a very levering. It's a leverage, actually, a leverage aspect of all the whole wellness management, because it intellectual wellness makes the individual to prompt to understand the scientific issues, very difficult scientific issues, and then makes the individual to start to believe things, and then once the belief is established, people start practicing them. So intellectual wellness is an essential issue. So what is wellness management? It's a very fantastic thing. So it is important. It is a wellness management is a complex and simultaneous process of dealing with all these wellness domains, and the spiritual wellness. What is spiritual wellness? It is important. Spiritual wellness is in a very simple manner. Spiritual wellness is that you must believe. When you believe that others are like you, that is a spiritualness. When you feel pain, others also feel pain, right? So there cannot be any kind of a discrimination, like kind of thing. You should feel that others are also having the heart, others are also human being, others' perspective is also correct, and spirituality is that understanding the human beings as they are. It's not that understanding the God, it's not the understanding what God said and all. I am not talking all those things. See, I am talking about substantial things, not abstract things, substantial things which are very essential for your health and wellness management. So, spiritual wellness is that. Spiritual wellness recognizes, spiritual wellness of a person recognizes every other person as human beings, and recognizes other person, other human beings rights, their corresponding duties and all. So you respect the individual as an individual, you respect the individual as you expect that you are, how you are respected by the other individuals. This is called very important issue. There will be no friction in that way. There will be definitely no friction among the individuals when you have that spiritual wellness. Not only the interpersonal friction, but intrapersonal friction also will be reduced. If you are spiritually elated, if you are very complacent, if you are really spiritually elated, you take things very simple. You take things very light. You take things very happy. You don't see things complex. Even complex things, many people, even complex things, they appear very simple for them. For me also. Very complex situations also, some people will be very simple, very, very cool, very happy because they don't look them like that. That is called spirituality. Spirituality is taking things lighter, simple, humanistic, and value based. So this is very, very important. When you have that spiritual wellness, it is important because when you have that spiritual wellness, I don't need to say especially about emotional wellness. There is no way, don't need to mention that you will miss emotional wellness. When you attain spiritual wellness, there will be emotional wellness. It is an automatic. So emotional wellness need not be worked out separately in the wellness management. It is said clearly that in your lifestyle, in your life, if your spiritual wellness is high, or your spiritual strength, your strength of spirituality, spirituality is not towards God, towards the fellow human beings, the society. That's called spirituality. That spirituality, if you are very simple, less complex, and uh, and if your attitude and everything is simple, then your spiritual wellness is high. Once your spiritual wellness is high, you will know how to control your emotions. You will know automatically. You will never allow your emotions to go to dwell outside yourself and to go beyond the boundaries and havoc your physiology and bring lot of changes in your physiology. So very important thing. So there are many things in wellness management. So you want health, you should decide. Health is something that you cannot buy. I tell you one thing. The whole wealth that is on this earth cannot buy health of the individual. It is proven in many cases. Let me cite an example. Very simple example is uh, iPhone, Apple creator, Steve Jobs. Take the case of the Steve Jobs, right? Try to understand his life. He died in his 52nd year, very premature death for him. Not only for him, he died and his genius died with him. He's a genius in one particular spectrum of the technology. So we miss him. Why he died? It's because of his lifestyle. He never had any habit of good lifestyle. There was no wellness management in his life. He said it. He said when he was about to die, he requested that he would donate the entire billions of money he has. But he wanted to have his life, but it's impossible, beyond repair. That's why I tell you, when you have health, you will neglect. We all neglect. It's but natural. It is becoming more natural nowadays. I don't know why. Why even the youngsters are taking very, very disoriented towards the healthy lifestyle. I don't know. Once they miss it, they will weep. It is very dangerous. And Steve Jobs did the same. He wanted his health back. He wanted to survey. He wanted to live. He wanted to give away the whole money, but no one could save him. He died out of cancer. So, what I want to tell you is you must have ambitions. Yes, you must have ambitions. Emotional wellness and spiritual wellness. I'm interconnecting. And intellectuality. If you connect these three things, you will know where is the deadline. Where is the scratch line? Where should be the deadline for everything? How long you will go after the materialistic things? How much distance? Even though long distance you travel, you acquire billions and billions of rupees. But anything happens to your health, nothing can save you. That's very important. So, spiritual wellness is that you should understand what is your life, what for you are here. And so you have only one life. Why should you waste? with all nonsense or targets, a materialistic progression kind of a thing. Okay, you need it. Maybe you need that. You need that. You want to become a CEO of a big company, maybe, but still, your health is more important. So you have to find a handbrake and see that whenever there is a possibility, you will be not pushing yourself to that extremes. I told you, physical, when I was talking about physical wellness, I told you specifically, there is something minimum, there is something maximum in physical stress. Beyond certain minimum, below certain minimum level of physical stress, you will not get anything. Beyond certain level of physical stress, you will get disease. So there is a minimum, there is a maximum, there is a range. So you should set a range, and you should set that range understanding your emotional capabilities, emotional balancing capabilities. Few can be able to sustain severe emotional stress also, but one thing, you might think that you can sustain the emotional stress, but it's not true, because stress may be unconscious. It need not be conscious stress. It may be subconscious or even unconscious stress. So distress, anything that may be unconscious also, because you cannot understand. Even still, we do not know exactly the abstract word, the meaning of the abstract word mind, and these things. We only, several authors came, several definitions they gave, several explanations they gave. And some people, they say there is only consciousness. And some people say, yeah, subconsciousness also. There are some people, unconsciousness also there. So when is there unconsciousness? So unconscious. So you cannot recognize, but still you experience the stress, that's unconscious stress. So there are some reasons why unconscious stress you will be there, and that will also disturb your hormonal axis and cause for a lot of ill health conditions in your body. So several kind of things, several issues are there. So you have to balance this way. So in this way, first two things, physical wellness, nutritional wellness, you can seek others from outside. Nutritional wellness, you can seek from outside help, because you may not be able to understand, but it is good to understand for yourself. It is good always, but maybe it is difficult for every person. Those who are in the social sciences, maybe humanities or other way, it may be difficult to understand everything, every scientific aspect, all you cannot read. But that's why at least you should read something. And in this regard, I just would like to suggest to the listeners that I'm an author for a book, the first of its kind book in India, and the second book in the world actually, that is called Wellness Management, a Lifestyle Approach. I have written a book called Wellness Management. If you type in the Google, I'm not actually making some kind of an effort to sell my book. I'm just giving you an advice, because at least it has a lengthy information, though with an easy English, so that you can read well and understand better. Though some people have asked that I should give this PPT also. I will leave this PPT also. Definitely, I will send it to the Kamruddin Saab. Okay, so that it can be given to the people. There are two PPTs I have prepared. I will give both the PPTs. So it's that is Wellness Management by Rajashekar Kali Venkata. If you just type in the Google Wellness Management Rajashekar Kali Venkata, you will get that. It's very cheap, around 250 rupees or so, in the Amazon, Flipkart, anywhere you can order. Then it will help you, because it's difficult for everyone to stock this, whatever I am saying, in your brain and implement in your life. But you have to read several times to understand the true signs of the wellness management. So spiritual wellness, So these three, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, are very key and leveraging leveraging wellness domains for wellness management to put it in a scientific lines. So intellectual wellness helps you to understand the deepest secrets of the science of wellness management, including physical wellness, nutritional wellness, and it gives you an impetus to understand, not only to understand, but to gain a belief, gain a belief, gain a belief and knowledge over these concepts, and this belief will make you to put into a real practice. So it makes you to put into a lifestyle aspect. So wellness is a lifestyle. Wellness management is a lifestyle. It should be a lifestyle of the individual. It should be lifestyle of the individual. And this intellectual wellness will help in understanding this, whereas the spiritual wellness will makes the individual to be more complacent, to be more understanding, to be humanistic, to be attitudinal, and to be very, very, understanding individual. And that makes them, this particular spiritual wellness, the increments in the spiritual wellness will make an individual emotionally stable, emotionally happy, emotionally everything very fine. And also can, if you go down to the, it will also give you an opportunity for an excellent interpersonal relations, social wellness. See, sometimes what happens is, it is social or interpersonal relationships. These interpersonal relationships in society or social wellness is also an important thing. Why? See, when you have a problem with one person, probably you can tackle that one. That will give you little stress. When you have problem with 10 people or 100 people around you, can you fight with every one of them? It's not possible. The complexity of the fighting interactions, the stress interactions with these 10 or 100 people will become multifaceted, and you will be under emotional stress. So the important thing is, because we are human beings as social animals. We are social animals. We call ourselves social animals. I don't know why. Because we are living in a society. We made a society of ourselves, and we are calling them as a society, and we are living in the society. So we are social animals because we are animals. So social animals. So as a social animal, as a social integral part of society, every human being should have a very good interpersonal relationships. It is mainly, it gives you a chance to have an emotional stability. Here, wellness managers like us, wellness scientists, wellness management people says, after physical wellness and nutritional wellness, which are independently dealt, the one which can take care about the all other wellness domains is the spiritual wellness. Other wellnesses. If you are spiritually excellent, if your spiritual wellness is high, then your emotional wellness is good. Your interpersonal and social wellness will be definitely good, because your spirituality is very high. The spiritual, that is the strength of the spiritual wellness. So who will teach you that one? No one will teach you. It is your own thought process. Your own spiritual thought process gives you a spiritual wellness. But who defines what is good spiritual wellness and bad spiritual wellness? No one defines it. It is important that you should know how, what kind of a spiritual wellness will lead you to your emotional wellness, will lead you to your social interpersonal wellness. That you should understand. If some people think that bad, in my opinion, something is maybe bad. In somebody's opinion, it may be good. So good and bad, though there are two separate words, the adjectivity of these two things, I mean the characteristic things relating to these two words differs from person to person. So there is an important thing that, so how best you are doing to Your spiritual wellness decides emotional wellness, interpersonal wellness. Of course, intellectual wellness is a part of that one. If you are able to intellectually think and perceive intellectually, what you perceive, what you perceive, what you perceive is the one that you are going to learn. So if the perception itself is a wrong perception, maybe many reasons, wrong perception may be because of many reasons. If the perception itself is a wrong perception, then your belief will be wrong, because you will learn wrong things. Then it will be good for you. It may be thinking. So good and bad, here it is. So ultimately, wellness management is a technique. It's not only science, it is a technique that should be adopted by individuals depending on where they are living, depending on how they want to live. Because the ultimate aim of the wellness management is health and vitality. If you are able to get these two things, okay, fine. Some people may get, as some people may get some happiness, maybe because of certain things. Maybe it may be bad in the other's view, but if they feel it's happy. So what is good and bad, I am not defining, I am not discriminating, I am not delineating what is good and bad. I am not so. I don't want to be judgmental in it. So very important thing is, individual has to be self-sufficient in that regard. He has to explore what exactly is a spiritual wellness. And this particular spiritual wellness drives and controls the emotional wellness of the individuals and interpersonal and social relationships of the individuals. So excellent interpersonal social relationships are highly essential nowadays for many reasons, for the sake of happiness, for the sake of social benefits, for the sake of safety, for the sake of many other issues. So that is one. So whatever environmental and planetary wellness is, wellness, I told you, stress may be because of environment, stress may be because of any other thing, but still, how it is. So where you are living, what kind of a environment. You see that Delhi has become highly polluted city now, and the green index has been very low level nowadays in Delhi. And it is said by the media that Delhiites are breathing toxic air, uh, and then it is according to the science. Delhi is breathing toxic air, yellow air. They're calling it as yellow air. What is the reason? So here, so in the wellness management, see, I just can go on, add on these wellness domains. So many wellness domains still. Financial wellness is there. Okay. So like that, there are several wellnesses out there. Wellness management is simple. Wellness management is managing simultaneously all those domains that are essential for the optimal health and vitality of the individual. So I don't, this is very simple definition. In fact, I want to tell you, Wellness Society of the International Wellness Society has actually formulated the definition, and I was one of the core members of the definition committee. It was a very big review article of 105 pages of big review article. We together did, and they have confirmed one. This is very simple actually. Wellness management is a technique through which, in which all the essential domains of the human being that would lead for the human being for the optimal health and vitality is wellness management. So here I am not mentioning anything in this definition. I am mentioning simply a word, I mean a sentence. So you can include everything, starting from physical wellness, nutritional wellness, emotional wellness, intellectual wellness, spiritual wellness, interpersonal wellness, social wellness, environmental wellness, then financial wellness, several things. Go on adding as and when you feel it was. That is why wellness management has become an open book now. Authors are writing. It is infinite. It's going on. So many things are going, but Important domains in the wellness management are physical wellness, nutritional wellness, and spiritual and emotional wellness. Because these four are very important, and these four ingredients are interconnected. And especially the first two, you have to seek from the outside help and consult outside literature. But for the spiritual wellness and emotional wellness, whatever you listen to talks or else, whatever you feel, you should also take care as an individual. So environmental wellness is living in a very good environmental and protecting the environment. That is one way. And as a physical wellness scientist, particularly, I want to tell you, and while exercising also, you should exercise in an environment, in an ambient environment where environment will not lead for a problem in your body. Exercise sometimes done at some places, exercise done at some ambient temperature, some humidity levels, it is dangerous, more dangerous than doing it. For example, if a person exercises beyond, I've seen some people, sometimes I even stop if I don't have much work, and I'll ask them to stop and I'll talk to them. I've seen a person some few days back, he was jogging at around 12:30 in the afternoon. I was wondering, because they believe that exercise is good and they can do it any time. They don't know. They don't know the core issues of the exercise. See, jogging at 12:30 afternoon, it is almost like 30, 37, 34 degrees. So we have a temperature very close to 37.4 degrees centigrade, core temperature. So variation is allowed for one degree. You are, for example, you are exercising at a very high level, high temperatures. You cannot sustain for a long time, and it causes for higher level of inflammatory stress at that higher temperatures. So better not to do at higher temperatures. It's very dangerous. One thing. At the same time, doing high intensity exercises at a high ambient humidity. If the humidity in the temperature is, in the environment is high, also better not to do exercise at difficult levels. So there are some environment, because and one simple thing I want to tell you, especially don't do exercise in air conditioned AC environment. The air is very dry, cool and dry environment. It is called in air condition. Then those who have done regularly under air conditions, environment, that they may get a kind of a pulmonary obstruction. So chronic exercising at air conditioned, low level of temperatures and dry conditions, it's not good. It will lead to, that is called that what we call it as exercise induced asthma. There's a possibility, say, doing exercise in a bad environment also lead to diseases. Then why should we do that? No, we should know what is the better environment for exercise. So environment also speaks a lot when you are exercising. Environment also speaks a lot. That's about, apart from living in a good environment and protecting environment. So I don't need to explain environmental wellness very heavily, because just everyone can understand chemical pollutions, and these are environmental problems. So you are not supposed to live in that kind of things, and you are not supposed to pollute the environment. That's one way. And then finally, you are not supposed to exercise at a polluted environment and or at some set of environmental conditions like dry, dry cold climate, like cool dry climate under AC conditions. So this is wellness management. So when you just go back, it is important that emotional wellness, I was talking about relaxation, is important. Biofeedback is one of the important techniques that will be